Jai Gurudev, today we are fortunate to have with us an expert from the art of living, a disciple of His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji, to discuss the profound teachings on how to conquer jealousy and envy. Welcome, we are excited to learn from your insights, Jai Gurudev, and thank you for having me. It is a pleasure to be here and share the wisdom imparted by Gurudev. Jealousy and envy are such powerful emotions, and understanding them deeply can truly transform the way we experience life. His Holiness Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar Ji has provided a remarkable set of practices for dealing with jealousy. Let's start with one of the first insights. Know the person you are jealous or envious of has done some good karma in the past and they are now reaping the fruit. How does this understanding shift our perspective? This is such a crucial point. When we feel jealousy, it often stems from a feeling of inadequacy or comparison by Gurudev. But Gurudev teaches that when you feel envious of someone, recognize that the person has earned their success through their past actions, their merits, and efforts. Their prosperity is a result of the good karma they have accumulated. This shifts the mindset from resentment to reverence. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you begin to see their success as a natural result of their actions, which can inspire you to take similar steps towards building your own merit. In a sense, it's an invitation to rise above pettiness and embrace a deeper understanding of life's laws of cause and effect. That's very insightful. Gurudev also suggests using jealousy as inspiration to gain merit. Could you expand on this point? Absolutely. The concept of jealousy can be a profound tool for growth, but only if we use it wisely. Instead of allowing envy to poison the mind, Gurudev teaches us to look at it as a signpost. If someone has achieved something that triggers jealousy in us, it means they have done something right. Now, we have an opportunity to learn and grow. If we can use that feeling as motivation to work harder, become more disciplined, or deepen our spiritual practices, it becomes a source of inspiration or a destructive force. That's a great shift in perspective. Gurudev also encourages creating a sense of belongingness with those we feel jealous of, seeing them as part of us. How does that help in overcoming jealousy? Yes, this is a profound perspective and practice. Jealousy creates separation. It makes us feel they have something I don't have. But Gurudev teaches us to break that illusion of separation. When we realize that we are all connected, then the other person's success is in some way a reflection of the universal energy that is also within us. We start to view them differently. We move from seeing them as competitors to recognizing them as part of the same collective. As beings on the same journey, this creates a sense of unity and cooperation, dissolving the negative energy of jealousy. Another powerful teaching is to focus on all that we have that others don't and to feel grateful for it. Can you elaborate on how gratitude plays a role in conquering jealousy? Gratitude is an antidote to jealousy. When we compare ourselves to others, we often forget to appreciate the abundance in our lives. Gurudev emphasizes the importance of counting our blessings. When you feel jealous, when you feel jealousy arise, shift your focus to the things you have that others might not. It could be your health, relationships, talents, or even the simple joys of life. This practice not only helps us cultivate gratitude but also shifts our energy from lack to abundance. It opens our hearts and reminds us that we are already rich in ways that truly matter. Gurudev also talks about observing sensations in the body when we feel jealousy. How does this technique help? This is a very powerful and mindfulness technique. When jealousy arises, it often brings a rush of emotional and physical sensations, tightness in the chest, heat in the face, and knot in the stomach. By simply observing these sensations, we create a distance between the emotion and a sense of self. This practice helps us realize that these feelings are temporary and do not define us. They are like clouds passing through the sky of our mind. The more we observe without identifying with the emotion, the less power it has over us. Gurudev's teachings also encourage collaboration, like joining hands with those we feel jealous of. Can you explain the power of this approach? Yes, this is another beautiful practice. Rather than seeing others as rivals, we are encouraged to create a sense of partnership. Life is about working together, and when we join hands with someone, we build synergy. When we collaborate with those we might feel jealous of, it not only transforms the relationships but also nurtures our own growth. It shifts the focus from competition to contribution. In the art of living, we believe in collective growth. When one person grows, everyone benefits. This attitude of mutual support helps to dissolve any negative feelings of jealousy and fosters a spirit of cooperation and togetherness. And there's the reminder that time moves and will all will perish. How does this realization help in overcoming jealousy? This understanding is deeply liberating. Time is a great equalizer. Nothing in this world is permanent, whether it is success, wealth, or even the people we envy. When we recognize the impermanence of all things, it helps us detach from the transient nature of external achievements. Jealousy often arises from the fear of missing out or losing something. But when we realize that everything is temporary, we stop clinging to things that don't define us. This wisdom helps us embrace life more fully without the burden of comparison or competition. What about when others are jealous or envious of us? How should we handle that? Gurudev's teachings on handling others as envy are quite profound. First, we are reminded to praise them even in superlatives and be kind. This shifts the energy from confrontation to compassion. Their jealousy is often a reflection of their own insecurities or desires. By being generous in our praise and actions, we create an atmosphere of warmth and belonging. We also remember that their feelings are temporary. Just like our own emotions, they will pass. The highest level of wisdom power, however, is not to even acknowledge their jealousy. If we do not recognize it as a reality, we prevent it from affecting our peace of mind. What if nothing seems to work? Well, Gurudev humorously suggests that sometimes the best solution is simply to go to sleep. Rest is an important aspect of emotional well-being. When the mind is agitated, sometimes it needs rest to reset itself. So if nothing else works, take a break, sleep, and let the emotions subside naturally. Finally, could you share any additional wisdom from the art of living that can help in conquering jealousy? One of the key teachings is to cultivate self awareness and deep meditation. Through consistent practice, we create a space where we are no longer governed by our impulses or emotions. Meditation helps us to detach from fleeting feelings of jealousy and to find the peace and joy within. Over time. As we connect with our true nature, we realize that jealousy is a reflection of an unmet desire or lack of self worth. The more we work on our inner growth, the less these negative emotions will control us. Thank you so much for these profound insights. It is clear that overcoming jealousy is not just about changing our mindset, but also about deepening our spiritual practices and cultivating inner peace. You're absolutely right. It is a process of spiritual growth, self awareness, and kindness, both to ourselves and others. I hope that these teachings help anyone struggling with jealousy to transform it into a path of growth and inner contentment. Thank you again for your time and wisdom. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Jai Gurudev. Beyond Gurudev, Shri Shri Ravi Shankarji's teachings, modern psychological research has also looked into the dynamics of jealousy and envy. How does psychological research align with the idea that jealousy is rooted in past karma, as Gurudev suggests? That's a great question. Modern psychology often explains jealousy as arising from insecurity or perceived threats to one's self worth. It is not necessarily linked to past actions, but the feeling of jealousy can stem from a lack of self esteem or fear of losing something important. This aligns with Gurudev's teachings in a way, as feelings of inadequacy or comparison come from a limited perspective. When we understand that the person we envy has done some good karma, we break the cycle of insecurity and allow ourselves to see the bigger picture. Research suggests that when we reframe envy in a way that focuses on growth, it can actually lead to personal development. This resonates with the idea of using envy as an inspiration, which Gurudev often talks about. So, reframing jealousy into something productive could actually change the way we experience this. Absolutely. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology highlighted that when individuals reframed envy into admiration or motivation, they reported more positive emotions and higher personal growth. This is exactly what Gurudev's advice aligns with, using jealousy as a tool to motivate positive change rather than being consumed by it. Essentially, it is about shifting the mindset from I am lacking to I can learn from this. Another point Gurudev makes is the importance of gratitude. In the face of jealousy, we are encouraged to focus on what we have rather than what we lack. How does this fit with psychological theories on gratitude? Research on gratitude has shown that practicing thankfulness significantly improves emotional well being and reduces negative emotions like envy. According to a study published in Psychological Science, individuals who regularly practiced gratitude had better relationships, increased happiness, and lower levels of envy. This aligns with Gurudev's teachings. When we shift our attention to our own blessings, it naturally decreases the feelings of jealousy. Gratitude practices change the brain's focus from scarcity to abundance, which transforms how we interact with the world. That is fascinating. And when it comes to developing a sense of belongingness with those we feel jealous of, is there any scientific backing for that practice? Yes, absolutely. Research on empathy and connection shows that when we develop a sense of belonging and empathy for others, it reduces competitive feelings. A study in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that people who focus on fostering a sense of community and shared humanity were less likely to experience envy or jealousy. This practice of seeing others as part of us rather than separate from us not only diminishes negative emotions but also enhances our social bonds. So, Gurudev's teachings are very much in line with what modern psychology suggests. Creating a sense of unity and shared purpose with others can reduce the harmful effects of envy. Another interesting aspect is Gurudev's emphasis on the impermanence of all things. How does this view connect with modern psychological approaches to reducing jealousy? The concept of impermanence is key in Buddhist psychology as well, and it has been linked to reducing attachment and envy. A paper published in the Journal of Positive Psychology suggests that when individuals adopt a more mindful perspective and recognize the transient nature of emotions and experiences, they are less likely to hold on to negative feelings like jealousy. By understanding that both material success and personal achievements are fleeting, we naturally cultivate a sense of detachment. This perspective allows us to engage with life without being overly attached to outcomes, which is a core teaching in both ancient wisdom and contemporary psychological practices. And what about when others are envious of us? Gurudev suggests not acknowledging their jealousy as it only reinforces ignorance. Can modern psychology offer any insights into this approach? Yes, psychology supports this idea as well. A study published in Social and Personality Psychology Compass discusses how recognizing or reacting to envy can often escalate the situation and reinforce negative feelings. By acknowledging others' jealousy, we inadvertently increase their sense of resentment or discomfort. On the other side, by not reacting and maintaining our inner peace, we prevent giving energy to their emotions. Gurudev's advice to stay unaffected is essentially about emotional resilience. When we don't react to others' jealousy, we maintain our mental well being and don't get entangled in negative dynamics. What about the concept of emotional regulation? In your practice, how can one cultivate better emotional regulation to manage feelings of jealousy? Emotional regulation is a key aspect of emotional intelligence, and it plays a significant role in how we manage jealousy. Studies have shown that mindfulness and meditation are highly effective in improving emotional regulation. When we meditate, we learn to observe our emotions without identifying with them. This allows us to step back and understand that feelings like jealousy are temporary and don't define us. Gurudev's teachings on observing sensations in the body when jealousy arises helps in this process. By recognizing and observing the wisdom, we avoid letting it control our actions and instead respond with wisdom and calmness. And finally, Gurudev suggests something humorous: when in doubt, just go to sleep. From a psychological perspective, how does rest and sleep help in dealing with emotions like jealousy? Sleep plays a crucial role in emotional regulation. Study in sleep medicine reviews found that a lack of sleep exacerbates emotional reactivity, making it harder to deal with negative emotions like jealousy. When we are well rested, our brain functions better and we are more likely to make rational decisions rather than reacting impulsively. So, Gurudev's advice to go to sleep actually has a scientific basis. Sometimes, when emotions are running high, taking a break and getting rest can help reset our emotional balance. This has been an incredibly enriching conversation. Thank you for your insights, which not only reflect Gurudev's teachings but also aligns with modern psychological principles. Thank you. It's always a joy to bridge ancient wisdom with contemporary knowledge. The more we understand both, the better equipped we are to navigate the challenges of life. Jai Gurudev.